We're all doing fantastic today. So I wanted to talk about Spider-Man PS4 1 year later and how well has it held up? Has it aged well this past year? Or has it gotten stale? I don't know. I wanted to dive into my thoughts in this and tell you guys what I thought about it. Story, 100% yes. Loved almost every minute of the story. The only things that I still just can't stand about it is the Miles and the MJ missions. Like, I literally turn off my PS4 whenever I come across those missions. They're just repetitive and boring, and it takes you out of the moment of that constant adrenaline rush of actually being Spider-Man. And when I first completed the game, I did a 100% full completion on the normal and then the new game plus, both times. And 1 year later, when I come back and play it, I don't find myself enjoying the 100% completion where you have to do like a bunch of crimes for all these different factions and all the different districts, and doing all the pictures and collecting all the backpacks and stuff. It's just not as much fun the second, I mean, not the second time, but after you play it a few times around, and it doesn't hold up the same in that aspect for me. And I find myself only unlocking the suits or the mods that I like using. I just, like, for instance, I can't stand the Secret War suit, the one that's all black and blue. I don't like it. I don't think it looks that great, and they could have just picked a better looking one. I still don't like the research centers. I think those kind of also take you out of it. It's sort of like, I thought that was a straight up just the developers dropping in there, oh, we need to save the environment. That's all those was. Like, it didn't seem like very like a Spider-Man mission. It just seemed like, okay, stop big corporate companies because Oscorp is screwing up, and save the environment. I don't know. I just don't care. Like, I'd rather have like combat challenges. I still like the Taskmaster stuff with all those combat and stealth, and sometimes the bomb challenges. Those are fun. I think the swinging still feels as good as ever. If you guys haven't tried it and you have a VR system, definitely give out the Spider-Man Far From Home VR a shot, because you just get to swing open world through the city, and it's a ton of fun. And the last thing I really want to talk about this is the DLC still has not held up for me. I didn't really enjoy it that much when it first came out. Just the story, and that doesn't even compare to what the normal story is in the game. I mean, seems so small, and the plot is so loose, and all it feels like is a setup for the sequel to try and get people hyped up to pre-order it years down the line. And I think that's so far away. I mean, they could have focused on some aspects of the DLC that, didn't have to just focus on setting up a sequel of just being a cool Spider-Man mini story to tell, in the 3-part series. But I still really liked the boss fights and just the epicness of the Sinister Six. I think that entire crew was done so well in this game, and I'd love to see them do it that well in a movie. But overall, that's pretty much all the thoughts that I have about Spider-Man PS4 1 year later. Have you guys possibly, not played it in a while, and have you popped it in? Do you guys not agree with me? But if you haven't, throw the game in, go back, play it through, and come back to this video and leave a comment on what you think of it. But thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.
He gonna tear their ass up, simple as that.